português também. What up, what up, what up, everybody? Good morning. Bom dia.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. We're here. We got on the TTP merch. TTP. Today's gonna be a good day. We're gonna get the stage started. And we're gonna tell a couple people that we're going live. Yup. Coffee with closers.
Amorzinho, você vai querer mais comida?
Não.
Também não. Posso levar?
Você quer?
Levar?
Sim. Muito obrigado. É incrível. Alright. We're going live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, do me a favor and invite somebody you think would benefit from being in proximity with us today. We are going to be breaking down real estate and all things real estate related today. It's going to be a good episode. For sure. Ray Holloway, we got Ray Holloway in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Dante Lopez, Andy, Mr. Short, Angelo, Jonathan, Mr. Hurdle, Simon Hurdle, RJ, James, Desmond. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How we doing this morning? What are we doing this morning? What are we getting after today? Today's Friday. Yesterday was a holiday. Today's a shopping day. Who's getting to work today? What do you got? I'm getting to work today. Me. Top of the top, cream of the crop. The grind don't stop. Let's go. For those of you that are tuning in, today I will be presenting my future wife, minha futura esposa, Rafaela. Muito linda, Rafaela. A menina mais linda do mundo. This is Rafaela. TTP.
TTP.
TTP. So what's going on, y'all? Let's get it. Today is off to a great start. Parabéns. Obrigado. Obrigado. What is everybody up to today? Gracias a Deus, Pai. Verdade. Let's get after it. Let's get after it. What's everybody doing in their business today? Let's go. Manifest it. Of course, you manifest everything. Closing on a retail deal with the man Carlos. So John, what's going on? We canceled that one deal, the one novation with Geneva, I think it was. What's going on with the one with Mitri? You want to hop up on the stage real quick? Come talk to us. Sim, amor. Agora ou amanhã? Mais tarde? Nunca?
Mais tarde? Nunca?
Nunca?
Nunca.
Não. Desculpa. We got Andrew Short in the building. Man, it's always a good time when Andrew hops on, man. He's always got some gems.
Agora.
Mm-hmm. Chocolate.
Roxy.
Vamos comer chocolate.
Chocolates.
Chocolate.
Hi, peoples.
Oi, mundo.
Hi, world. Como que diz vamos? Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Eat chocolate. Ai, pra mim, amor.
Sim. Geneva being relisted, and the one with Levi was delisted. Okay.
O que as pessoas estão dizendo?
Hum?
O que eles estão dizendo?
Estávamos falando de negócios e
E?
as pessoas dizem que estão trabalhando hoje, porque lá nos Estados Unidos é uma feriado,
Hoje ainda é feriado?
sim, para shopping.
Ah, sim, entendi.
E hoje vamos para a nossa viagem.
Você ganhou de viajar?
Sim. Que fofo, né? Is this not Coffee with Closers today? Who's popping up? Nobody's popping up today? What are we gonna talk about? Does anyone want to talk business, or is Friday just the day you guys are chilling today? Everybody's chilling today. Who's talking business? Who wants to talk some business? Que fofinho. Where are all the heavy hitters today? É bom, né? Uhum. É bom. Muito bem. We got Dan the Man on the stage. What's up, Dan? Where you at? Moving federal.
Oh man,
Here we go. Here we go.
well, I don't know what's going on today. I don't know what's going on today in here.
He just woke up.
I don't know what's going on. Dude, I've been up since 7:30, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah? What you been up to, Dan?
Been working since 7:30.
Okay. Mr. Short, how are you doing today, sir?
Good morning. I'm doing fantastic. How's it going?
Fantastic, fantastic. Grateful to be here.
Likewise, John. Likewise. How's it going, Dan? Long time no talk.
What's up, man? How we doing?
Living the dream, brother. Living the dream.
There, you heard it. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Living the dream. Andrew, what makes your life
It's
a dream?
Black Friday. Who's running Black Friday house specials today? Anybody know?
We are. We are running Black Friday specials. I got two companies running Black Friday specials today, so.
Companies for sale or?
No. Just we got peptides 15% off. So if you want to get hooked up with any kind of peptides and you want to try it out, 15% off. Send me a DM. You're welcome to. And then we got I got 50% off my setup fee on the CRM. So if you have been curious about trying out our platform, now is you have until Monday to reach out to me and get hooked up for 50% off.
Dan, what's your CRM like? What template is it built off of?
Go high level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
We have a lot of like redirects, and we're building out a few things that no one else really has. So
You like working with them?
I do because I feel like they are very responsive to the requests that I make on a daily basis. And if we ask them for anything, they're pretty quick to get back to us. And if anybody has any like serious technical issues, like they're real quick on response. So
How much does it cost to get set up, Dan?
it's so basically so for until Monday it was $290 one time and then $90 a year after that.
Mm-hmm.
So today for until Monday, it is 50% off of the setup fee. So it's $190 and then $90 a year after that. So less than $10 a month to get set up with all the workflows, and that's everything. That's not limited to any extent. You get everything that everyone has access to. So for
And this
less
is
than
designed
10
for wholesaling, Dan?
this specific layout is designed for wholesale. So this offer that we're doing right now is only available for real estate investors and wholesalers, but we're eventually going to move that over to having different setups for all sorts of different niches and industries and stuff like that. We're working on it. It's just it takes time. So we're just making sure that this one though is we're giving everything we got to this one for now. And so
Hey Dan, I'm glad that you brought that up because could you and I set up a demo to do it? Not because I need it, but because I may be able to help push that CRM a little bit
yeah,
for you as well. But also there may be certain things that we can play around with what we have in our CRM that like basically I'm trying to also build a more adaptable software where if
right.
we ever wanted to push it out to anybody as well, but if I can avoid doing that by just maybe collaborating with you on yours, then
Yeah,
maybe that's how we joint venture on something. If I can pull a few ideas in from my software into yours, maybe we can create a little bit more of a beast.
for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I know that we're both we're both hard to nail down. So let me know what days or times you have available, and we'll plug it in.
I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah, man.
flexible today and on Monday.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. Today would actually be a good day because I got no meetings today. Whereas it's just back end work all day long. So let's
Okay.
connect today. Then let's get it done.
Yeah, let's do it. Just shoot me a text, and I
I'll
can
shoot you a
pretty
text.
much do whenever.
There you have it. Dan, we got to set up a meeting today as well.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No one else. Everybody else is canceled. John Johnson's the only client that's reached out to me today that wants to get in on his meeting. So there we go. You know what I mean?
Hey, well, I didn't take
That's
yesterday off.
And
I was here. I made the call. We were here. I didn't take today off. You know what I'm saying? Look, there's always going to be a holiday. There's always going to be an opportunity to take the day off, That doesn't mean you got to take it. This is the time to get ahead. That's how I see it. So even if it's
and
just a little bit of time, even an hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just to, put some time towards your goal, do it.
and John, I wanted to talk to you and whoever else in here is kind of listening. I've said this a couple of times, but we're buying quite a bit, and we have a huge network of cash buyers in central Pennsylvania. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like I'm trying to give out like a handout here to some of the, especially new people getting started in the community, which is if you focus on our areas in central Pennsylvania, we can JV the hell out of these deals together. I could certainly help push these out to our cash buyers, but also I may very well just be your buyer for the property. So when anybody that's starting out, you're like, I feel like cash buyers can be one of the harder things to kind of figure out, especially when you're starting out. You can get the lead in, but how are you going to dispo it? So it typically works through JV anyway, I think a lot of the times when people get started. But we can move properties up in central PA. So if anybody wants to seriously talk about it, send me a DM and I can tell you our areas, but don't waste my time, please. If you want to reach out, I'll give you the time and we can go over the areas and stuff like that. But if you waste my time, it's just going to ruin it for everybody that comes after. So if you want to get deals done and you want to put in the effort, I can tell you what to look for in central PA and the areas to do it. And if you bring deals to us, there's a really good shot that if they're a good deal,
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to move. And I have boots on the ground too. Remember that. Like, you find that property, you might be in Arizona, but you find that property in Pennsylvania. I mean, virtual wholesaling is already a big thing, but we can get boots on the ground inside of those properties. That way we can actually figure out the condition that they're in and what they're worth. We don't have to play, a scatterball kind of game where if you're just getting started out and you're in Arizona and you find a property in PA, you don't have to go completely virtual. My team can also help support getting out to the property and looking at it, to make sure that all the numbers are lining up. So those wholesale deals that you are pitching are actually accurate, because I think that's where a lot of wholesalers have been fucking up, because it's hard virtually to know exactly what that property is going to cost the rehab. So your numbers that you push out sometimes aren't even close to accurate, which can be problematic to investors and kind of drive good investors away. Like wholesalers that bring me shitty numbers, I won't work with you. I just won't work with you because I can't trust you. Um, so yeah, this food for thought. If you guys want to hop into a market where I can tell you that you have over 100 really solid cash buyers, 10 that are really, really, really solid, including myself, and you want to move deals pretty quickly, we can move them. I mean, there's 10 buyers that we have on that list of 100 that are excellent buyers. I mean, they're buying about 30 to 40 properties a month combined. So we can move deals.
And Andrew, do you have a link to your buy box? I believe you posted it multiple times here in the Discord.
I do, yeah. Here's what I'll do actually. I'll do everybody a better one. I'll give you a one-time exclusive. I'll post my areas that I work in here in the chat, screenshot it. And then if you have questions about our buy box, is like our general buy box is very big. And so are a lot of the investors that we work with. We do anything from, multifamily, rehabs to single family rehabs. So basically any property, guys, that you bring to me in Central PA, as long as it's not overpriced, as long as you picked it up at the right price, and you're not trying to fuck over a flipper on your assignment fee. For instance, making a 30K assignment fee on a $30,000 property isn't going to work. But if everything is fair and reasonable, we can move just about anything. I mean, I moved a fucking trailer last week. Like, it was first, you know what I mean? Like, we can move about anything. It's just, you got to bring it's about the numbers. It's not so much for us about, does it have a foundation issue, or does it have, I mean, yeah, there's things that we want to be careful of, but a house can have a completely fucked up foundation. If you buy it at the right price, it's not a problem.
Right.
Right? It's all about the numbers. So I'll post where we buy right now inside of the chat. And then as far as buy box, don't worry too much about buy box. Just worry more about just getting conversations going with people in those areas and bringing them back to us so we can help you disposition them.
Word. Well, let's get those areas where you want people to start targeting. I just pulled 2 new lists, so we're going to be marketing in Georgia and a few different other places. But after these, if you want, I can run another SMS campaign there and see if we can get anything. We didn't get anything the first time, but who knows? Maybe we might get something this time.
Yeah. I mean, we all know it just takes one deal, right, to make 10, 15 grand.
Yep.
So that's kind of like what we tell. We've been doing a lot of cold calling lately because we slowed up on mail, just given the holiday season. We have enough to be working on, and mail has a super high response rate for us. So we kind of slowed it back, and they've been cold calling. We've been fucking crushing it, cold calling. We have a great dialer, which of course helps, but we're calling vacancies, entire landlords and absentee owners, and they're just absolutely, chewing it up. They might be putting in about 200 calls a day and booking, 2 or 3 appointments, which is fucking great for cold calling.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I'm glad that's ripping for you. I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody that showed up today, because today is Friday. Today is Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Everybody's probably chilling, spend time with the family. But select few decide to show up and say, hey, I want to make this my thing full time. And they showed up. That's what matters. 90% of the work is just showing up, being there. So how do you show up to these calls? You got to position yourself in a way to be on the phone with somebody that's motivated to sell. Send them an SMS. You have to market to these people via SMS, cold calling, mailers, PPC. One of these marketing channels, you got to get on the phone with somebody that wants to sell and have a conversation about buying their property. For anybody that's new, take advantage of the resources that you have here. You're in proximity with power players. This is a vetted, verified cash buyer, Mr. Andrew Short. He will tell you exactly where he's looking to acquire properties, and you can start your outreach there. He has the counties to search here in the side chat: York, Perry, Cumberland, Juanita.
Yeah, it's Huniata. It's a confusing one.
Huniata, Dauphin, Adams, Franklin, and Lancaster. So those are all great.
And guys, that's a big fucking area too in PA. Like PA is a big state, but that's a big chunk of south central, southeast central Pennsylvania right there. So you've got quite a few square miles to be looking for there. And that includes even in those areas, that includes like Harrisburg, which is the capital. That's a big city. So this whole line from basically Perry County through Dauphin, it takes you right across the Susquehanna River, which is where Harrisburg is. So you've got a big metro area right there. I think a lot of people in PA, they think Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. Like I've posted my buy box in here so many times and people will send me deals in Pittsburgh. It's like PA is a huge fucking state.
Yeah.
You've got Pittsburgh all the way on the west, you've got Philly all the way on the right, but kind of like there in the middle, not quite the middle, but is Harrisburg, and Harrisburg gets slept on. It's a huge city with a ton of real estate potential. There's a buyer that we move properties in Harrisburg that's buying right now. That's a city that you guys can look in. If you just want to focus exclusively in one area instead of all those counties I sent, go Harrisburg, because we've got one buyer in Harrisburg that's buying up like 30 to 50 properties a month. Just absolutely going nuts on those streets. So you find he buys shit. He's a big rent to own guy. He's got a ton of rent to owns in Harrisburg. So he'll buy a literal crappy house for $20,000 rent to own it. So we can move deals to him and he's not very picky. The roof could be falling off and he's like, I don't care, I'll rent to own it. Let them redo the roof. It's an area I don't really get into the rent to own. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's highly lucrative, but I also think that there's a certain nature to that business that's tough to deal with.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Now you got a place to look to go and find your next deal. You've got a buyer that will buy it or help you get it sold. Now all you've got to do is pick up the phone and start calling. I would suggest you either go to Kind Skip Tracing, because it is the #1, in my opinion, most valuable skip tracing. It's 3 cents a record, and they will either pull the list for you, or you can upload a list. I personally go to PropStream and use PropStream to pull lists. I do not skip trace using PropStream. I skip trace using Kind Skip Tracing, and I pull my lists with PropStream. And I would pull a list. Andrew, what are some motivations that you think people should target to try to get on the phone with a motivated seller?
Sure. So right now, I would be focusing on, I think, and I've said this a couple of times, given the holiday season, I think that you want to focus on your absentee owners and particularly your vacancies. I would just focus on vacancy and make the motivation the amount of cash you could get them potentially before, the Christmas holiday. Mm-hmm. I think that that's the biggest motivator right now. I mean, there's other motivators too, notice of defaults, pre-foreclosures, your more pressing situations. But right now it's tough because if it's in pre-foreclosure and you get that lead today on PropStream particularly, the most likely thing is that the auction date is already set. And the auction date is probably already set sometime between now and Christmas. It could be set out further. But the challenge is that getting homeowners, even if they're in pre-foreclosure, if the auction date is say even 2 months away and you have an opportunity to get around that auction date, which we've done before, you still have to deal with the Christmas objection. Those people, if they're already kind of worried about losing their house, they're going to try to stay in that house at least through Christmas. So you're not going to get a deal done by the end of the year, most likely, unless you found the perfect timing of a notice of default or pre-foreclosure where they have to be out anyway before Christmas, and maybe you can get in between that pre-foreclosure and move that deal. But overall, I would really just focus your efforts on vacancies. I mean, vacancy is the best when it comes to cold calling. It's the best when it comes to SMS, in my opinion, because people are just, most of the time, you have a better likelihood that they don't that they're open to having a conversation about the property,
I definitely
especially
agree.
this time of year.
Yeah, 100%. And another reason is that those houses that are vacant because nobody's living in there, there's not as much of an emotional connection.
Hmm.
Especially if it's like one of the extra houses somebody
You
has.
guys, I gotta take off, guys. I got a meeting here. I gotta jump into real quick. So
All right,
you
All
Dan.
right,
guys
see you,
enjoy the
Dan.
rest of your morning. Thanks, guys, so much. Andrew, I'll shoot you a text over later today. John, we'll set up a time today to meet.
Sounds good, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Take care. Click that link, guys. Go sign up with Dan. Get
It is
your
that
get your
emotional
demo.
connection as
Yeah,
well, John. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, there is that emotional connection. Um, and we had a guest speaker, David Dodge, come on. He's done over 1,000 transactions, and he was saying like it's a liability for a house to be vacant, um, and nobody living there. Well, obviously, yeah, if it's vacant, no one's living there. But for a house to be vacant and for there to be a mortgage, it's a liability for somebody because it's not generating any cash flow.
Uh-huh. Yep, exactly. So yeah, I mean that's kind of where I would focus, but to each their own. I can just tell you guys with absolute certainty, if one of you in here takes seriously what I said today, you will make money by the end of December with us. I know that for sure.
Heard it here first, folks. All right, Mr. Short. Well, let's hope that people get to it. We've given them some counties to take a look in. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you send this link to somebody that you would value and you think should come and join us. Send them the link, reirev.com. We're working on the website. I got to get that done here soon. A lot of stuff, but life's looking good each and every single day. It's looking a little bit better. And I'm excited, Andrew. I'm trying to get like you, in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
Send
get
it
like
up,
you
brother.
by 27. I'm trying to get like you.
Hey, man, daily efforts, John. I know you got it in you, brother.
I appreciate it, brother.
Amor, fala para as pessoas que eu tô pedindo desculpa por não falar nada. Eu não sou antipática, eu só não sei falar inglês ainda.
Oh, she's saying pardon me for like everyone. She doesn't speak English yet. She's still learning English. She speaks Portuguese, and we speak Portuguese. So she's still like very new to this. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna help her get to her first deal, and I'm gonna show the world how she went from not knowing English to learning English and closing her first deal. I think that would be cool. Yeah,
That will be cool.
that would be cool.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Don't enjoy your weekend too much. Don't take your foot off the pedal. Continue to make progress, even if it's just a little bit of progress each and every single day. And we will catch you in the next one.
See you, John. Take care.
Take care, brother.